I just wanted to make a video talking about some of my thoughts on Big House Top 8. I only really watched Top 8. I was like sleeping through a Top 64 and stuff. But man, this was an interesting tournament, man. It's like okay, so I guess I'll just go over the obvious things first. We had one of the greatest upsets ever in Plup over Armada, which sent Armada to losers like much earlier than anyone would expect. That was insane. So Plup sent Armada. I'm looking at the bracket right now. Plup sent Armada to losers in winner semis, 3-1. I was watching this. There was some people, and I was so excited watching that. Like, I remember when Plup went up 2-0 against Armada. I was like, okay, I'm not excited. I'm not excited because you all know, remember what happened with S2J, right? We all knew that he had his moment where he went up 2-0, and then Armada reverse swept him. I was very afraid the same thing was going to happen to Plup because Armada went Fox, and then he won game 3. So I was like, please, no. Please don't let this happen again. But after dropping game 3, Plup was able to bring it out game 4 on Found of Dreams. Armada didn't seem to be handling himself super well. He was living at like lightning speed in game 3. And like he was doing quite well game 3. So I was afraid Plup was done, honestly. Because Armada just does that, man. But nope, Plup got it in game 4. So good stuff to him, man. That's a big time upset. He's now beaten all of the gods in PP back when he was in his prime. So hey, good stuff to him. I'm not a Plup fan, but it's I got it. I give him credit where credit's due. That's insane. The guy is really good. He's interesting to watch. I'll give him that. He just is always knocking out my favorite players like Mango and Muta King. So you know how that goes. Um, what else we got? And the other side of winners, we had Leffen Hungrybox. Leffen beat Hbox 3-2. That was a very close set. I was surprised Leffen got that one. They've had some. Let me look up the. Let me go on Tafel stats and look up the set count for them this year because I think their sets have been quite close. I mean, they're quite close in sets, is what I mean. Okay, there we go. Hungrybox, Leffen. Let's check this out. So Hbox is up 4-3 on Leffen this year. So at that moment, they were 3-3 in sets. So like I was saying, their sets are very close this year. Though I always feel like Hungrybox is like a slight advantage. But anyway, the craziest thing about that is that at that moment where Leffen had just knocked Hbox into losers, we had Plup Leffen winners finals, which is crazy. Their winners finals set was really fun to watch. Plup pulled that out. He went Fox on FD, which was a mistake against Leffen. Leffen just like, I'm too used to this, man. I do this. I've been done this. And Leffen kind of gave him the work, but that was fun to watch while they did play the Fox. And Leffen kind of following the Plup streak. Plup didn't even need to go Samus or anything, so yeah, that was cool to see. It was a solid set, even though they went 4 games. I think it was solid. And then at that point during the winners finals, we had this is crazy to think about even still. We had Armada and Mango and Hbox and Mewtwo King in win losers quarters. Mango just come off beating Wizrobe. Mewtwo King had just come off beating S2J. And Mewtwo King S2J was a pretty cool set. I think it was a little bit one sided during the game Mewtwo King won, but I enjoyed it. I thought S2J was about to come back on Mewtwo King in game 4. S2J started heating up in Pokemon Stadium, I believe, and he had like a Johnny. He was kind of having a Johnny stock near the end, but he didn't really finish it. So I think if S2J won game 4, he would have won that set. That momentum that he had was just insane. He's definitely like Mango, where he's one of those guys who, like, if he gets hot, then he's very scary to deal with. And props to Mewtwo King for kind of snuffing out the fire there. And Mango Wizrobe. Mango, I felt like was playing kind of. I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for Mango, but I'm not. I'm just saying that I think Mango was playing kind of sloppy this tournament. I think he wasn't really playing up to par. He definitely wasn't playing. I'll say this: he wasn't playing on the same level that he was during Smash and Splash, 100%. I think Mango is playing extremely well during Smash and Splash, even though he lost to Hungrybox in the finals. I think he was very close. I think he was like maybe a couple less SDs away from resetting that bracket, maybe beating Hungrybox. During not Smash and Splash, but Shine. Mango definitely did not play at that level this tournament, I will say. Anyway, and I think it showed during the Wizard and Mango set. I think it says a lot that Wizard even took a game off Mango's. If you've seen Wizard and Mango play before, like their sets, like they're set at What the Fox in 2016, and some other sets they've played. Mango's been ridiculously dominant against him, and I felt like Mango's dropping a lot of stuff that he usually continues against Wizard, but he managed to pull out the set against Wizard 3-1. So. And then he moved on to Armada. I did not see him beating Armada at all. I'm surprised he even took a game, honestly. So, yeah. I don't know why Mango's messing with in the pit with Armada. That was not. I was very ill advised, I will say. And then what do we have on the other side of the bracket? Hbox, Mewtwo King. Hbox beat Mewtwo King 3-1. Mewtwo King just kind of fall into some stuff, man. Oh, so one thing I forgot to talk about. Speaking of which, you guys see that Rest Punish with Left and Hungrybox? I don't know if it was in a loser set or a winner set, but he did like that Phantom hit up air, and then he did like another like up air, and then like he just did 2 more up airs, and the Hbox just died or something like that. That was crazy. But anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. So Hbox beat Mewtwo King, right? Then Hbox goes up against Armada. I was super cheering for Armada to win this set, man. I really want Armada to win that because Armada left in winners finals would have been Armada left in losers finals rather would have been amazing. I miss seeing their Fox Dittos as often as we used to see them back in like 2015 or whatever. The last time they played in a Fox, though, I think what was it, like Smash and Splash or something? It was some tournament around then where they were playing Fox Dittos and bracket. But yeah, I kind of miss those European Fox Dittos, man. They were really fun to watch. But anyway, yeah, Leffen, yeah, Hbox takes out Armada, Hbox takes out Leffen. There was a lot of Puff Fox, man. What Hbox had like 3, and then that's what. So there's Hbox UTK, Hbox Armada, Hbox Leffen, Hbox Plup, and Hbox Plup, which is basically 6 straight sets of Puff Fox. So yeah, but Hbox ran it back through losers after losing to Leffen, man, in the winner's side of top 8 in winner's semis. Yeah. After losing in winner's semis, Hbox pretty much ran it back. He went on a tear through losers, eliminating Mewtwo King, Armada, Leffen, and Plup twice in the finals eventually. But man, when Plup Leffen ended up being the winners finals, I thought this was easily going to be like one of the greatest Melee tournaments of 2017. I think with Hbox's run that happened and all of the Puff Fox House played, it's really not the fact that Hbox is the problem. I think it's the fact that we're seeing so much Puff Fox is the problem. If like we saw like instead of Puff Fox literally 6 sets in a row, not 6 sets in a row because that wasn't stream order, but like in 6 sets out of the top 8, we could have had like what? Like imagine if we had like some Puff Marth or like some Puff Falco, like Puff Falcon, and they're like competitive sets, okay? Just like imagine that. Like that would be like so much more interesting. I'm not trying to like hate on Hbox, but I think what makes this kind of like a little bit more boring is the fact that we're seeing the same matchup over and over and over again. Because you have players like Mewtwo King who have to play Fox for Hungrybox, and I know I'm not trying to say Mewtwo King shouldn't play Fox for Hungrybox because he should. But I'm saying is that it gets boring watching this happen all the time. And you have Plup who goes Fox for Hbox, even though I think he probably should have tried Sheik in the second set, maybe. But I don't really blame him for staying Fox because he has done it with Fox before, and he was looking kind of good during some of the games in the finals. But yeah, I just gotta admit, man, I'm tired of this Puff Fox stuff. But I don't think it's not gonna stop anytime soon because Hbox is looking like the best player in the world right now at this moment. That could be changed at Summit, but we don't know. So yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like my initial thoughts on this. What else did I miss? Just thinking about top 8 here. Oh yeah, I saw that Hbox interview where he was talking about the that stuff, man. Where he was talking about how he kind of felt like it was a little bit disappointing to win. Like I get what he means. Like it's not that I find like I don't really find Hbox to be the most entertaining of players. So I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Like I'm like I know I know it's like not in a great place. So I'm just gonna keep it 100 for you guys, okay? I don't find him entertaining to watch, okay? Um, a lot of players will play Fox specifically for him. So that makes it a lot worse because it's usually because even if it is different players and different styles going at him, um, it's just the same matchup, man. It's and that's not fun to see for like the 50th time, you know. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Um, no, I don't think the crowd is being that bad to him, honestly. Like he was getting a decent amount of applause, but I know what he means. It's like he had a crazy losers run, beating like who in losers? Mewtwo King, Armada, Leffen, Plup twice. Like, that was good. And I also think a good point is that it's not necessarily about like hating on the Hbox. It's the fact that people really wanted Plup to win this tournament. It would have been history, man, if Plup had won this tournament. Plup outplacing Hbox, Armada, Mango, and Mewtwo King, who are all at the tournament, would have been unprecedented and insane. But Hbox pretty much it was a very dominant grand finals in general. It was 6-2, but I feel like the grand finals is pretty one-sided. Both sets were. The second set was a little bit more competitive, but it was still fairly one-sided in my opinion. Um, oh, man, like this tournament was almost like one of the best tournaments like ever. Like once Plup left in winners finals was a thing. Okay. Also, I felt like a lot of the loser sets weren't super competitive. Like Mango didn't play super well against Armada. Um, Hbox Mewtwo King wasn't that good. Um, yeah, you usually expect a lot more from Mango Armada, but it wasn't great. I'll be honest. Especially with some of Mango's decision making in Pokemon Stadium, but yeah. Um, yeah, and yeah, that's kind of how that goes, man. People want to pull up to win this tournament. Hbox kind of stole it away. And not really stole it away, like he earned it, but you guys know what I mean. It's just like, you know, it's like when you want like the crazy upset to happen, but it did just ends up not happening. It's just like, like at this point, like because of all the Puff Fox that happened in top eight, the Puff Fox is probably like damn near 50% of top eight or more. I could calculate it right now, actually. So there's like, hmm, okay, so that's one set. So how many sets are there in top eight? There's one, two, okay, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm counting 12 sets here. And out of those, the amount that were Puff Fox was one, two, three. That's in winners slash finals. One, two, three. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So literally 50% of the top 8 was Puff Fox. That's the problem. That's I think that's a big problem. Not like a problem, but like that's kind of why this tournament ended up not being so great. Because if Hbox had gotten out at like fifth or something, then we would have seen a lot more matchups and a lot different matches that we're not used to seeing. Puff Fox is probably like the most. If you, I feel like you could like go through these past few years and like count like the amount of Puff Fox that has happened in top eights, and you might get a number like around 40%, which is crazy if you really think about it. Just considering like how many characters there are and like the top 10 players, like how diverse the characters are, and just like the top 10 of players. And then when you look at like big time nationals, how much of the matchups are just Puff, Fox, and top eight? If you think about it like statistically that way, I think you'll kind of see what some of the problem is when people say melee is getting stale and whatnot. It's really not about hating on Hbox. Because people want to see different stuff, you know, or like I just want to see Fox did us or whatever. Okay. So yeah, there was one final point I was gonna make here, but I keep forgetting it. Um. Oh yeah. What I was gonna say is that I'd argue that Shine 2017 and Royal Flush are probably better tournaments than this. This might be number 3 in 2017 right now. This might be the third best tournament in 2017, maybe. But I'd pretty easily put Shine 2017 and what's it called, Royal Flush ahead of this. I think Shine 2017 might be number 1, and then like Royal Flush behind it. A Royal Flush might still be the best one. I'm not sure. Royal Flush's grand finals is freaking amazing, but that's another topic. Anyway, yeah, those are some thoughts I wanted to share about the Big House top 8. Yeah. Maybe I'll do another discussion video about this every time a super major happens or a big major that I watch happens, and just kind of talk about it after it happens. So let me know if you want that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.